We're at Sandhurst Lake, me and him, who you can't even see yet. We're at swim 10, we've got 48 hours, loads happening in this vlog. We're changing tactics, we're changing our hook baits, we're changing our rigs, we're incorporating some Spod mix. Welcome to this week's winter vlog. If this is the first time you've come across my videos and you like these type of videos and you want to see more, then it may be worth you hitting that subscribe key, hit that bell notification icon, and you'll get notified every time I release a new video. Well, what's happening? We're at Sandhurst Lake, looking lovely. Not a lot's been out. One fish has been out in the last week, so we're up against it. Me and the fluffy creature, he's doing what he does best. He's stuck in there. We've got loads happening this 48 hours. We have a total change of tactics. I'm moving over to a new rig, well, not a new rig, a rig which I've done well on here last winter. A little combi rig which I'm going to show you later. Also, we're going to start to incorporate the old Spod mix, trying to get them on it. You know, I'm going to show you my Spod mix, what I'm using, you know, give you some ideas, that type of thing. And we've got a lovely bit of kit to show you. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. Oh, we'll have a little closer look at that later on, the old low profile pod from Summit. So I'm not a pod person. I hate pods, if I'm honest. But I saw this at the show. I was working for Summit at the show. So I said, and they set it up with their little points on. You know, they said, look, we've got this new pod coming out. What do you reckon of it? And I was just like, I want one of them, definitely. It is the nuts, you know. If you like having your rods together, low, not up and legs sprayed everywhere, that's what I don't like. But like this, looks the nuts. So we're going to be having a little look at that later on. So I've got the rods out earlier on. When I got here, it's about 1 o'clock now, so about 3 hours till it gets dark. Took me time, getting the rods out perfectly on the area I want. I'm fishing all 3 rods really tight together, and I'm going to spod over the top of that. I'll show you my Spod mix shortly, but that's what I'm going to do. I've got a really tight little area. I've got all 3 rods on it in the silt, in the deeper water. I'm going to try and track them fish in to that little area rather than having lines all over the place. I've got all 3 rods on one spot. That's how I like fishing down here at Sandhurst in the winter time. Now, what's the water temperature? Water temperature is 6.8. It was 5.8 when I got here. It's going to be mild. It's 8 degrees. It's going to stay about 4, 5 at night. Bit of cloud cover. Look, it's looking nice. Looking good for a bite. Pressure's high. Don't think that really matters on the shallower lakes. But, you know, pressure's 1036, which is mega high. And I've seen one out here. Didn't see anything this morning. Just went on a hunch because I was down here recently, and this is the area they were in. And the fish that came out a couple of weeks ago were from this corner end, between the car park, the little swim in the corner, number 9 next door, and this one, number 10. So I thought, not seen nothing, no one's caught anything all weekend, only been one fish out. I'm going to go on a hunch. And so far, my hunch has proved good because I've seen one out there. I haven't seen one anywhere else. I had a good look this morning, me and Pork Chop in there, for about 3 hours. First light, looking, talking to everyone. Nothing. Didn't see a bloody dicky bird. So I've got that out. I'm just about to spod over the top. I'm going to put a nice little bed, about 10 mini spods out. I'm not going to go mad. And I'm going to show you the mix a bit later on. So for the time being, I'm going to get sorted. I'm going to have a bit of a tidy up, and I'm going to spod over the top, and we'll catch up in a little. Well, I thought I'd give a little catch up. We've managed to get everything done. Oh, look, it's out. Look. He's heard me talking on the camera, and he thinks there's people around, doesn't he? Nutter. Look. He's out, look. No, he won't stay for long out here. He's going back in, and he's going, bless him, eh? He's a character, isn't he, eh? He thinks I'm talking to someone, and he's out like a whippet. Right, where are we at? What's happened? Well, all 3 rods are out on the dance floor. I'm fishing them really tight together, tight lines. And we got probably, well, it's on dark now more or less, look. Proper dark. So I managed to get 10 spods out there, all over that area. So I'm happy with that. That's a nice little mix there, which I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Going to give you a little insight into what I'm using. Nothing groundbreaking, just there's method behind the madness of why I use certain bits in my Spod mix, and I'll talk to you about that tomorrow, so give you a little insight. yeah, I'm gonna just got the brew on the go as well. So it's all to play for. First night in. Tonight we've got soup and a bit of French stick. Because I was up mega early this morning. I'm gonna, normally on the first night I don't really eat a lot, sandwiches, or I just don't feel like I want to eat a big dinner. So I've been rushing around. I'm up early. I'm gonna have an early night tonight, so I'm gonna have a nice bit of soup, proper Tesco's super duper soup tonight, with a nice bit of fresh French stick. That'll sort me out to get in the bag and get a good night's sleep. Well, hopefully not a good night's sleep, because hopefully I'll catch one. But it's looking good. I haven't seen any more fish after those ones this afternoon out towards the right, out there. Haven't seen anything since then. No liners, nothing. But this wind's cold. I wish I'd put the front on now, but we'll see. But it's pushing down, and the water temperature is 6.8. So it's not too cold at all. It's actually gone up a degree from when I first got here, which is strange, but that's why, you know, that's why I always have one of these thermometers, because it just gives you an insight when you think, oh, it's getting cold, and the water temperature actually goes up, and you have a bite and you think, well, that's strange, it was freezing, but actually the water temperature's gone up that 1 degree or half a degree. That's what's clicked them in for you to get a bite, and it's always worth, you know, just to see what's happening with the water temperature. It's always, so it's worth having one. I'll stick a link if you haven't got one already. They're only £2 delivered. Waterproof thermometer, a fish tank thermometer I think it is actually. I'll put a link to the eBay. You can go and check it out, order one up and start using it if you haven't already got one. Well, so there we go. I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to drink the rest of my cup of tea, enjoy the rest of the evening, and get a bit of a shut-eye tonight, because I'm absolutely knackered. Haven't had no sleep last night. So guys, I will catch you in the morning, hopefully in the middle of the night, but if not, see you in the morning. Well, morning, welcome back. I'd like to say it's a good morning, but it's not, because I haven't seen nothing this morning. No liners, nothing out there. Look, flat calm. Wasn't as cold last night. Really thought we was in with a chance after seeing that fish, and I actually saw one in the dark as well out there, but nothing. Very, very, very quiet. Well, I can't see him. He's in there somewhere. He's been out a few times, barking away when people have walked past. But yeah, I'm looking out now. It's quite busy, and the old black chickens are in full force. They keep on. What they do, right? They cruise past as if they're going past the swim, past the spots, and then suddenly they dive down. So I can't laser them up. Then they come up with a little mouthful of food and skedaddle off. You know, they're like little assassins. Come past, go down, up and gone. They're not staying in one place. Little sods they are. Bloody black chickens doing my head in. Thankfully I haven't been picked up yet. But right, let's have a little look at me spod mix for winter. Let's have a little explain about what I do. Now, the object of it is I want to put out there as much attraction without feeding them up too much. Liquids, powders, that type of stuff. I want something which is highly digestible, because the water temperature is cold. I mean, it's 6.5 today, so it's not too cold, but it's cold enough. So the base of every single spod mix that I do is hemp, particularly chili hemp. Just that bit of heat in the winter, I seem to have done well with it included. Now, if you haven't seen my video about making chili hemp the easy way in a cooler box, I'll stick a little link up there. You can hit that, go and have a look at that, and it's a really easy way to make chili hemp in a cooler box. Right, so we've got the hemp. I mean, it's probably the best particle ever invented, I think. It's up there with tiger nuts. You know, every fish in the whole lake likes hemp, so it draws in all the fish in your swim, which may entice the carp to feed as well. Another great particle which I rate up there for winter fishing is groats. Now, I mixed the chili hemp and the groats together, and I do it in a cooler box. Now the benefits of that is they're really milky. The groats give off like a haze, like a cloud in the water. And what happens is when you're cooking it up, you're pouring the boiling water in, all those lovely oils and all that chili, all that heat infuses into those groats as well, sucks it in. They're very porous, so it may be worth thinking about. Only fill your cooler box up half with your mix, because it does grow, because it expands quite a bit. But that sucks in all those lovely oils or any additional oils that you want to stick in. For instance, I'll put in some fermented chili extract, which is really hot. I'll stick that in as well, and it just sucks it all in lovely. So that's the base of all my winter spod mixes. To that, I've added I want a little fleck of colour, a little bit of colour, either maize or sweet corn. You know, the sweet and salty stuff that you get from Tesco's or Sainsbury's. A couple of handfuls of that in the spod mix just gives it that little fleck of colour that any fish going past may be interested, and they love sweet corn as well. So I've caught plenty of fish over the years on maize and sweet corn. Also, I include 10 or 12 mil marinated boilies, all season bait. And what I do is, again, I'll stick a little link up there to how I pimp up my boilies for winter. You know, a bit of hemp oil in there, or you know, better stem, betaine oil, and then I mature them with liver powder and green lip mussel. So it sucks it into those boilies, and they go in the mix as well. So you give it, there's loads and loads of attraction there. I don't put loads of boilies in, just a couple of handfuls, just to give them a little, you know, taste of it, you know, a bit of attraction. Not feed them up too much, because I want them to get on my bait, my little 12 mil pop up with one of them little clusters on the top. And I found that mix, I mean, you can add anything in there that you want, what you feel confident using, but that mix has done me proud in winters past. So that's a little insight into the winter spod mix. You won't go far wrong with that. Adapt it to your own needs. You know, you can add some chopped tigers in there if you can use them, some little mini tigers, you know, lots of different stuff really that you can put in there. It's up to you, whatever you feel confident, whatever works for you, include it in there. But you don't want to feed them up, you want to attract them. You want them to feed a little bit, but you want them to pick up your hook bait, and that's the main thing. Using those liquids, using those powders, you know, creating a bit of a cloud with the groats, and you know, drawing their fish down onto your spot. So that, you know, that's a look at what I do. But it's looking good, but I ain't seen nothing. It's a bit discouraging when you're not seeing them this morning. I thought this morning would be the time to see them. There's no wind, water temperature stayed up, so we had a cloudy night, and I've got all 3 rods on the spot, spotted out yesterday, put about 10 spods out there, the little spots, little spods, and nothing, no liners. Guy next to me, he's not seen nothing or had anything. I haven't seen anyone on the whole lake have even a liner, let alone a bite. So you know, you've got to keep on keeping on. A little bit disheartening, but you've got to keep on keeping on. You know, every blank, you know, blank night, blank day, blank session is a step closer to actually getting a bite. You've just got to be relentless and keep on keeping on, because it will come, it will eventually happen, even if you feel disheartened a little bit like I do now, because the lake's just not fishing. It's really quiet over here. It's going in little spurts at the moment. So that's where we're at. I'm going to get that bloody kettle on. I'm going to probably have a little bit of a bacon sandwich this morning to bring my spirits up, with some red Tommy sauce. Oh, you can't beat that, I tell you. A couple of rounds of those, I think. Nice hot cup of tea. And we'll just keep on watching and looking. I'm probably going to leave the rods out. It went down perfectly. The pop-ups I'm using, little 12 millers, they're going to stay up for a couple of days, 2 or 3 days. They're so buoyant on that little combi rigs that I use. And we're going to see what happens. We just got to, you know, go through the session, see what happens, maybe adapt it, maybe even move. If I see them showing somewhere else, I'm going to be on it, that's for certain. But you don't get many chances in the winter, so what's the point of sitting there camping when you could be carping? So you've got to make that effort to move. Right, catch you soon. Well, it's him and me. Would you believe it? We're in the van, we're packed up. Just wasn't feeling it down there. Sometimes, I mean, it doesn't happen to me very often, probably once or twice a year, I just sit down and I think, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not in tune with the lake. I need to pack up, recharge the batteries, come back another day. And that's what we've done. Me and the Carp dog, we've packed up a night early, really, because we just wasn't into it. You know, it happens to all of us. I mean, I bet some of you guys, you've had the same thing. You've been down for a couple of days, you do one night and you think, do you know what, I need to go home, so I'm just not feeling it. I'm not enjoying it. And that's what it's all about. It's about enjoying it, feeling confident. And I just wasn't. So I thought, sod it, I'm going to go and get some brownie points with Mrs. B. Packed up, double quick. Now we're just waiting at the gate. We've all packed up and everything else. And yeah, we're going to go home and have a nice one of Mrs. B's dinners and recharge our batteries and come back in a week or so's time. So there you go, guys. You know, it happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. So sorry it was a short one this week, but it's just one of the things, you know, it happens to all of us. Right, guys, if you're not a subscriber, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and I'll see you for the next vlog.